You're waiting until you're ready. I need to save you some time. You're never going to be ready. Now, that's not a knock. That's the actual mechanism, the thing you're waiting for, that feeling of, okay, now I'm prepared, now it's safe. It does not come. Not before you start the business, not before you post the video, not before you put yourself out there. And it arrives, if it ever arrives, on the other side of the jump, never before. So if your plan is, I'll go when I'm ready, your plan is to never go. And let me tell you about the day I stopped waiting. A couple years ago, I was at a real estate summit in Orlando, 2,000 people. I was there in my role behind the camera announcing a television show with Grant Cardone. And Grant's wife, Elena, pulls me out of the back and sticks me in the front row, dead center, 2,000 people behind me. And I watch Grant own that entire room. Change how every person in it thinks about their life. Out loud, as himself. And something just broke open in me. I thought, I want to do that. Now, was I ready? Absolutely not. I had a great, safe 25-year career. I had a title, I had a salary, a whole identity built on being the guy behind the camera. I had no personal brand. I had no business, no plan whatsoever. No idea if anyone would pay me $1 to do what I would do next. So that day, that was the last day of my job. I was not ready. I jumped anyway. Here's what nobody tells you. I'm going to be honest, because I'm living it. This has been the hardest 2 years of my life. If someone had told me in detail exactly how hard this jump would be, I 100% would not have done it. And that's a fact. And that's exactly why you don't get to know in advance. You can't, because if any of us saw the full picture of the hard part, none of us would leave the shore. The not knowing is a feature. It's the only reason anybody ever builds anything. So when you jump into the deep end, one of two things happens. You drown, which, let's be honest, is not actually the thing that you want. You just go back and get a job, right? Or far more likely, you figure out how to swim. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fast, but you're going to survive. And then one day you look up and you're swimming. Now here's the part that should make the jump feel a little less insane. You're not jumping alone. You just think you are. If you've been doing this right, if you've been the giver, the helper, the person who shows up for others without keeping score, then there are life rafts floating all around that you can't even see yet. All that goodwill you banked, every person you helped for no reason, sure, I'll do that for you. Those people, they're watching. And the day you're in the water going, I need help, they're going to jump in. And I've seen it my whole life. The relationships I built by outgiving, by being the best and biggest giver in the room, those became the hands that pulled me up when I was struggling. So the jump isn't you alone off a cliff. It's you into water, surrounded by people who've quietly got you. You just have to jump for them to show up. So how do you jump when you're terrified and not ready? You don't make the giant leap. You make the jump small enough that you can't talk yourself out of it. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to define the smallest possible version of the jump. At first, it's not quit your job. It's not launch the whole business. Just the next true step. Post one video, have one conversation, put one offer in front of one person, and shrink it until it's almost embarrassingly doable. Do that. Once you do that, notice you survived. You will. I did. So you will. So will you. And that one survived jump rewires your brain. Oh, I did that. The sky didn't fail. The sky didn't fall. Then that next jump, it's a bit easier. Courage isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a thing you build, one small survived jump at a time. Then, bank goodwill on purpose, starting now. Before you need anything, help people, give first, so that when your bigger jump comes, the rafts, they're already in the water waiting for you. Here's what I want you to hear. The opposite of jumping is not safety. It's a slow, quiet disappearance. Because the alternative to the jump is hoping and praying, maybe next year, maybe when things calm down, maybe when I'm ready. And hoping and praying has never once built a life. Just kind of runs out the clock. The people living the life you want didn't wait until they were ready. There is no ready. They just chose on some ordinary Tuesday to get out of bed and do something about it. That's the whole secret. It's almost insultingly simple. You don't get ready. You get going. And here's the smallest possible jump you can make today, for free, right now. Before you leap into anything big, you need to know the one thing that makes you worth betting on. The thing that makes you the only, not one more person trying to be the best. And you can't see it from the shore, you're too close. So I need you to go to findyouronly.app. It's free. It's 8 questions. It's going to take you about 8 minutes or so. And that's going to be your first jump. It's tiny, it's safe, it's survivable, and it hands you a bit of the clarity that makes every jump after it a little less terrifying. Because now you know what you're actually jumping toward. So stop waiting to be ready. You're not going to be. I want you to jump anyway. And it starts with 8 questions at findyouronly.app. Don't be the best. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.